Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, Governor Mills takes action to ensure Maine women will continue to have access to the abortion pill.
Plus, members of the Penobscot Nation are the latest to sue the Catholic Diocese with allegations of childhood sexual abuse.
And supporters of children with special needs are turning to the legislature to make sure they get the preschool programs they need. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning. The sun's already coming up. It looks like it's going to shape up to be a beautiful day, really a taste of summer out there. It's going to be mostly sunny. Temperatures up around 70 degrees. Yeah. Can you sense people are just seem to be a little lighter this week? They're a little bit happier.
I'm sensing it about myself, Craig.
Me too. It's good for our moods. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I almost got a sunburn yesterday, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you got to butter up this time of year.
You need. That's what I was going to say. It's a sunscreen day if you go outside. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, here we go this morning. We do have some advisories posted. You don't see it right away on this map, though, because there's not much in effect across the rest of the state. You have to zoom into the northern parts of the state here to see this little area under an aerial flood advisory, because some of the area rivers and streams are running high with the snow melt. So that is up through at least the noon period today, so I have to keep an eye on that as things do develop in time. But otherwise, though, the radar and satellite's looking pretty good out there this morning. We do have a few clouds that have been sneaking through from time to time. So overall, though, we mixture of clouds and sunshine will be the general idea to start. But ultimately, though, as we do move forward, things will start to look nice. And really, though, it's going to be another nice day, though, with temperatures that won't be too bad either. Futurecast moving forward showing plenty of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, though, and looking pretty good again as we head towards the overnight period. Tonight, winds not too bad out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so they will be rather relaxed today as well. And also tonight, we're looking pretty good even through most of Saturday at this point as well. So for today, lower 70s. This will feel amazing. Mostly sunny, north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. Temperatures at a lower 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Governor Mills and Attorney General Aaron Fry announced the abortion pill will remain available in Maine without new restrictions. Maine will not be affected by the limits enacted by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals following a decision from U.S. District Court Judge Thomas Rice. Maine joined several other states which sued the FDA for restricting the abortion pill. Judge Rice issued an order to keep mifepristone available in the District of Columbia and 17 states that were party to the suit. The pill will remain accessible in those states until and unless a higher court rules otherwise. Governor Mills issued a statement in response to the decision, saying, quote, "At a time when the reproductive rights of women are under constant attack, this is welcome, positive news, and a relief, particularly when it comes to protecting the health and welfare of Maine women, especially those who live in rural areas of our state. My administration will continue to work closely with the Office of the Attorney General to fight back against those who will not rest until the reproductive rights of women are completely stripped away."
Well, in other news, a Brewer woman faces up to 3 decades in prison. 49-year-old Carol Bragdon pleaded guilty Thursday to wire fraud and making false statements, along with making a straw purchase. A straw purchase is when someone legally purchases a firearm and then gives it to someone who is prohibited from using or owning guns. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Bragdon used false statements and provided false documentation to a mortgage lender with hopes of securing a loan from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. She's also accused of illegally obtaining 5 guns from Maine Military Supply and then giving them to someone who is not legally allowed to have them. Bragdon now faces a sentence of up to 30 years in prison and 5 years of supervision when she's sentenced at a later date.
Members of the Maine tribe are the latest to file civil complaints against the Maine Diocese. 4 members of the Penobscot Nation are suing the Catholic Diocese for childhood sexual abuse. Our David Ledford has the story.
Maine Catholic Diocese has known for decades, if not hundreds of years, that it had a significant, serious problem with child sex abuse among its priests.
4 members of the Penobscot Tribal Nation are suing the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland, claiming that the group concealed information that enabled abuse. The 4 men allege that they were sexually abused as children by 3 priests at St. Anne's Catholic Church on the Penobscot Indian Island Reservation. Patricia Graffam, program coordinator for the Penobscot Nation Domestic and Sexual Violence Advocacy Center, says that the lawsuits are an important step towards justice for the survivors.
I hope going forward, I hope the 4 men from Penobscot Nation today, I hope this is the beginning of their healing journey. It makes me sad. Attorney Michael Bigos, who is handling the cases with Berman and Simmons trial attorneys, says that the abuse in 3 of the cases took place between 1972 and 1979, when the plaintiffs were between 7 and 12 years old. Bigos says the 4th incident took place in 1987, when one of the plaintiffs was 16 years old. These civil complaints bring the total number of lawsuits filed against the Portland Diocese by Berman and Simmons to 25.
We hope with the filing of these lawsuits that other survivors that may want to come forward will feel comfortable in doing so, that there is safety in numbers, and that when it's their time, they can come forward.
Bigos says that 2 of the alleged victims wish to remain anonymous at this time, and that the law firm hopes to depose the 2 living priests named in the lawsuits. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news, a driver led police on a chase through several towns in Waldo County Thursday morning. The Waldo County Sheriff's Office received a call about a vehicle being driven recklessly. Deputies caught up with the vehicle on the Oak Hill Road in Swanville. At that time, the driver failed to stop for officers, which resulted in a pursuit. Additional law enforcement responded and deployed a tire deflating device in Belfast. The driver continued to try to flee with deflated tires until members of the Maine State Police were able to perform a pit maneuver on that vehicle in Windsor. The operator was transported to Waldo County General Hospital by sheriff's deputies for evaluation and is expected to face criminal charges once they're released from the hospital.
Fire left a Herman residence uninhabitable. Crews were called to the York Road a little after noon yesterday. Herman Fire Chief Cody Sullivan says no one was home when the fire started.
When first arriving crews arrived on scene, we found some heavy fire conditions on the 2nd floor of the structure. The crews went into fast attack mode and made a quick knockdown of the fire.
Sullivan says there's a significant smoke and fire damage to the 2nd floor and smoke and water damage to the rest of the home. There is no word on a cause.
Fire investigators say a blaze that damaged a business in Farmington this week was an accident. Crews were called to Phillips Motorsports Wednesday night when the owner noticed smoke coming from the business. Crews from several departments raced to the scene and had the flames knocked down in a short amount of time, but not before the building, tools, and a car inside were damaged by the flames and heat. According to the Morning Sentinel, fire investigators say the fire could have been caused by any of a number of factors inside the facility. The cause, though, has been ruled an accident.
The Bucksport Town Council has approved a moratorium on permitting landfills, but that doesn't mean one couldn't operate there in the future.
Would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
The council approved the measure Thursday night. Town manager Sue Lessard says the moratorium was put in place to give the council time to adopt a solid waste facility licensing ordinance for Bucksport. That could well be needed in the future. According to the Ellsworth American, AIM Corporation, which does business as the Bucksport Mill, has proposed a partnership with the town to operate the mill jointly as a landfill. But commercial landfills were banned in the state decades ago, so the landfill would have to be owned by a municipality to operate legally. The moratorium gives the council time to go through a local review process for the facility, as well as formally establishing policies and processes for licensing and other ownership matters.
Bangor Public Works wrapped up another day of cleanup at the former Valley Avenue homeless encampment. According to City Manager Debbie Laurie, the cleanup efforts over the past 2 days have been extensive. 13 families and individuals have been relocated. Several organizations partnered with the city to provide those homeless individuals with housing vouchers and other resources. 9 families secured permanent housing on Tuesday. 3 more were able to find temporary housing while they figure out a permanent solution for their families. And 1 family decided to go their own way. Laurie says that 4 landlords have stepped up to help with housing so far just for this project. Crews will be back on Valley Avenue today to continue the cleanup They are expected to be in the area for about a half a day, although this time they will not be closing up the roadway, so people can still get through the area.
The Municipal Review Committee, which recently found a new company to relaunch the Hamden trash plant, has provided an update on next steps for the facility. The MRC recently committed to exclusivity with Innovative Resources Recovery, thanks to an agreed purchase price of $3 million and an already secured deposit of $350,000. At a town hall meeting on Thursday, Innovative representatives said they will focus on immediate efforts moving forward, including facility upgrades, employment, and restarting the plant. MRC representatives said they will continue to maintain a 10% stake in the facility to monitor future management of the plant.
MRC will have a seat at the table and be part of the management team that is responsible for the oversight of the facility. So we're encouraged by that and feel like that is going to give us an opportunity to have boots on the ground and a view inside the facility.
Innovative representatives say they're looking for environmentally sustainable solutions for the plant's future. Innovative still has a deadline to close on the purchase by June 2nd before the transition can continue. If all goes as planned, the facility should be up and running in the next year and a half.
Educators, parents, and legislators are highlighting a growing concern that many preschools serving students with disabilities are at risk of closure and what the state of Maine can do to help. Devin Dagnall with that story.
This is a bill that's really a hopeful bill that really is trying to help kids realize their fullest potential.
The Maine Association for Community Service Providers recently surveyed 24 special purpose preschool programs in the state. From that survey, all schools reported having a wait list. Nearly 3/4 of them reported having to reduce their census within the last year, and 20% reported they considered closing their program altogether. According to Representative Drew Katine, many of these problems are due to inadequate funding and reimbursement.
Right now, these kids get health care services through MaineCare, but there isn't any state contribution to the educational services that they need.
Thursday, Katine presented LD 1309 as a solution for special purpose preschool reimbursement. An exact amount has not been determined, but if passed, the bill would direct Child Development Services to eventually provide more funding to special purpose preschool programs.
Really what this bill does is it requires the state to work with providers and teachers and educators and families to try to develop that rate. And once that work is done, we'll know exactly how much it could cost.
According to the executive director of Kids Peace, Rachel Bosquet, if the bill does not pass, it could spell disaster for not only the schools, but for the families they serve as well.
When you're thinking about preschool and you're thinking about that specialized care, if that didn't exist, the burden, honestly, that it would put on a number of families, communities, schools, and so it's really an effort in order to support.
In Augusta, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 8:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the city of Bangor is asking the public for ideas on how to beautify Pickering Square. We'll hear some of their ideas.
But first, another check of our weather forecast. A great day ahead, mostly sunny with highs up near 71 degrees, mostly clear overnight with lows in the upper 30s, followed by another nice day tomorrow. It'll be partly cloudy with a high near 64.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
In a race.
Teddy bear.
Clock.
Alarm clock. Alarm clock is correct.
Against the clock.
Woo! Pictionary, baby! Can we switch Jerry to decaf, please?
Who can draw up a win?
Hiking is correct. Yes!
Pictionary.
Ballet tutu. Tutu correct! You did it! With 1 second left.
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22. Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Penobscot County has put the former YMCA building in Bangor up for sale. The building on Hammond Street has fallen into disrepair in recent years. The county purchased the building in 2017. Penobscot County Administrator Scott Atkins says the county originally planned to house inmates there to ease overcrowding at the county jail. Now he hopes the building can be repurposed in another way that could benefit the city.
Could be transitional housing, affordable housing, a combination of. And finding the right partner to take that project on would have to be something that the commissioners looked at in order to make that happen. I don't see us doing that on our own.
Atkins says right now the county's biggest priority is keeping the building from deteriorating any further.
Bangor's engineering department hosted a community design workshop to drum up ideas on how to beautify Pickering Square. The public workshop kicks off a series of roundtable discussions on that project. During the meeting, community members shared their ideas for the multi-phase project. Landscaper and architect Jeff Davis says there's been a lot of interest in adding more public art and green spaces to the area. He says the department will consider the public input as they plan the final phase of the Pickering Square improvements.
When you have a public project, you want the public's input because it's not just me that's going to use the space, it's the residents, the business owners, people visiting. So we really want to know what people want to use and want to see here so people actually use it.
Well, there's also a survey out on the city's Facebook page where the public can also comment on fixtures and amenities that they'd like to see added to Pickering Square in Bangor. Used to be I think it was a bigger part. It's pretty important right now, especially with a new travel hub down there.
Mm-hmm.
But years past, it used to be a really bustling area, a marketplace and that sort of thing. So,
right.
Might maybe kind of return to some of that a little bit. Add
Reinventing
more activity back there.
Very cool. I agree.
We'll see.
And it's a historic place as well.
Sure.
Yep. The time now is 8:17. After the break, relentless rain in southern Florida is resulting in severe flooding, closing a major airport and raising numerous concerns for the state.
We'll have the details on that story and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Here at the Eddington store, we have what you're craving. From Holton Dairy Farm products to our daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Did I mention we have fresh cut meats? From hamburg to steaks and even fresh produce, we have what you're craving. And while you're here, don't forget your ice cream at the Dairy Bar and homemade whoopie pies. Are you low on fuel? We offer gas, diesel, and propane too. The Eddington store, for more than your average convenience store. We look forward to seeing you.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects: biology.
Name an animal with the long neck.
Dinosaur, long neck, yeah.
Let me ask you something. When the last time you seen one?
Anatomy.
Name a part of Steve Harvey that a woman might want to kiss.
Your six-pack.
The six-pack? Does she know who Steve Harvey is? You got to dig for it, but it's in there.
Get schooled with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Let's roll! The Kings of the Lanes lay everything on the line for their country. The PBA World Series of Bowling, Saturday on Fox.
Pull up a seat. The real deal is back with a new season of the USFL. Reborn from the OGs. This is Dragons USDA primetime football. Just ask these guys.
You better recognize the real.
Except no substitutes.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's being called a once-in-a-thousand-years event.
The relentless rain pounding South Florida is finally letting up, but not before trapping people in their homes, closing a major airport, and raising more concerns about just how often we're seeing thousand-year floods in the country. Here's ABC's Lionel Moyes with the details.
This morning, streets looking like canals with neighborhoods underwater and people trapped after Broward County, Florida was swamped with 1/3 of its annual rainfall in just 7 hours.
We were powerless to stop it from flooding in on both doors.
More rain fell last night after storms dumped more than 2 feet on Wednesday, smashing records.
I've driven around the city, and there's not one area of the city that has not been impacted.
And before the roads could even drain or dry, another storm. Fort Lauderdale Airport still closed last night, the tarmac and access roads inundated. This man paddleboarding in his neighborhood in Pembroke Pines, but the high waters were life-threatening for others.
We're in a swamp buggy about 8 feet off the ground, and take a look at the water level that we are driving through at this point. We're on our way to a gentleman that is handicapped and unable to make it out of one of these mobile homes.
The widespread flooding making rescues difficult and dangerous.
Horrible. My car it got water all the way almost to the top, and I was really scared. Then I came out and I slept over here at my neighbor's house.
At one point, more than 600 people were taken to shelters. Rescue crews are doing a grid search in hard-hit areas, going home to home to ensure people are safe.
A lot of people are still left in the neighborhood, and I'm worried about many of them. And it's absolutely horrific.
Schools will be closed again today, but the airport is finally set to reopen.
Mess down there. They hope the water recedes soon. I mean, I'd be worried about alligators and snakes and fire ants, that kind of thing. You
and
know,
parasites from wading through the water.
Just and property damage. I mean, you could go on and on. But what a mess down there.
Yeah. All right, the time now is 8:22.
Looks like our forecast is going to be great, though. Another sunny day on the way.
Yes. Here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, here we go. So no immediate advisories that you see here on this map. There's one actually behind the advisories banner there. So zoom things in. There's a small spot under an aerial flood advisory that's posted until about the noon time frame today. And this spot right about in here in the northern ends of the state is under that aerial flood advisory, because some area rivers and streams are running a little high, so we need to keep an eye on that throughout the morning period today and maybe beyond as we do proceed forward. A lot of snow melting at this point. Otherwise, so some clouds developing after this morning. We'll be seeing a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds for us today, so looking pretty nice as we do proceed forward. We have a warm front right about in here, and that warm front is going to help to usher in some warmer temperatures. How does lower 70s sound? We will be doing that again today, so definitely make sure to get outside and enjoy it. Otherwise, so a lot of sunshine for today, maybe a few passing clouds. We'll keep that theme going for tonight with a mostly clear sky, maybe some clouds passing from time to time, but even by Saturday morning to start, looking pretty nice with a lot of sunshine, some clouds approaching by the afternoon. And then Saturday night and the parts of Sunday, some clouds start to move in. However, we will remain dry for a while yet, but there will be chances for precipitation on the way soon. So otherwise, so here we are at wave heights right around 1 to 3 feet according to the buoys out there. As you saw in the advisories map, no small craft advisories are posted, at least at this point, and hopefully that stays that way too, with many people wanting to get outside and enjoy the weather this weekend. Otherwise, so temperatures recently, look at this warm stretch we've had. 50s and 60s have been seen. We even hit 69 degrees yesterday. We'll do even better today with lower 70s that will be on the way, well above our average high of 53 degrees, but reality will be knocking again soon. We'll go from the lower 70s today to the mid 60s Saturday, back in the 50s Sunday, Monday, into your Tuesday, upper 40s Wednesday, back in the mid 50s again as we head towards your Thursday. So of course we keep melting snow. Nothing left on the ground near Bangor. In fact, Cary was losing a lot of snow as well. Now down to 6 inches, at least at this point, as that snow continues to melt away. So your forecast for today, just amazing out there, right? Lower 70s, mostly sunny. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, though, maybe a little bit more clouds, but otherwise temperatures in the mid-60s, and the wind again looking nice and calm. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Will be mostly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the upper 50s. Mid-60s on Monday, though, with a chance for rain. And upper 50s again for you Tuesday with more rain on the way.
After my accident, I needed help.
I was looking for information online.
Then I found it.
JoeBornstein.com. Get help now at JoeBornstein.com. From your smartphone or desktop, here in Maine, the law offices of Joe Bornstein is as close as your fingertips.
The consultation was free and confidential.
In person or online.
They believe your case is worth more. Call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
When the Katahdin General Store wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to the KG for fishing, hunting, and camping supplies, souvenirs, unique gifts, apparel like Lazy One, fresh sandwiches and baked goods, the beer cave, liquor, and a variety of takeout items. Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
LA Galaxy, LAFC, Sunday on Fox.
Former President Trump's legal woes continued Thursday in New York, where he's testifying under oath in a civil fraud case. State Attorney General Letitia James accusing him of overstating his assets by billions of dollars in what she calls, quote-unquote, staggering fraud. Fox News correspondent Brian Yenes has more from New York.
Former President Trump is back in New York facing another lawsuit tied to the Trump Organization's business practices. This is Trump's second deposition with lawyers for New York Attorney General Letitia James in a civil fraud lawsuit claiming the former president and 3 of his children intentionally misled banks and business associates by falsely inflating information about his net worth and real estate values.
The real question is, why was he allowed to do this many years and the other attorney generals didn't go after him?
His lawyer indicating he will answer questions this time and not invoke the Fifth, as he did some 400 times when he met with James's lawyers on this case back in August.
Anyone in my position not taking the Fifth Amendment would be a fool, an absolute fool.
While this lawsuit is unrelated to the historic felony criminal charges filed against Trump by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, the 2024 Hopefuls Day started much the same, with the former president leaving Trump Tower, waving and raising his fist before heading to the Attorney General's office, where he was met with protesters. James wants the Trumps to repay $250 million and permanently ban the former president and 3 of his oldest children from doing future business in New York. The Trumps have denied any wrongdoing. This is just one of 6 major lawsuits Trump is facing. This lawsuit, brought by AG James, is scheduled to go to trial in October. In New York, Brian Yenes, Fox News.
Now to the young man arrested in connection with the leak of sensitive U.S. intelligence documents. Of course, the big question now is, how did the 21-year-old allegedly get his hands on classified documents? ABC's M. Wynn has more on what the Pentagon is saying.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has already ordered a review of how the Pentagon manages who gets access to sensitive information. Austin says the process will look into intelligence access and control procedures to, quote, prevent this kind of incident from happening again. We spoke to a former intelligence official in the Biden administration. He says the Pentagon must do more to protect classified information.
We need to do a lot more to safeguard classified information. Thousands of people have security clearances. Sensitive information is readily available over computer systems. We need to do more to use high tech to track inappropriate handling and disclosure of this information. We have an uncomfortable number of active duty military, law enforcement, and government personnel who may be adopting or at least find resonance in extremist or conspiracy theories, and they are willing to act on it, whether it's an act of violence or to engage in activity such as disclosing classified information.
The suspect in the Pentagon leak case worked with communications systems at the Massachusetts Air National Guard. A U.S. official describes that role as combat IT, keeping the military cyber infrastructure running. It's unclear if he had security clearance, but we're told it's possible he worked on computers that contained classified information.
When we return, we'll have your community calendar full of local events.
We'll be right back.
AC Electric Corp is seeking a skilled AC/DC electric motor technician for its Bangor motor shop. This position involves disassembly, testing, repairing, and reassembly of electric motors and equipment. AC Electric Corp is willing to train someone with 5 years of auto or equipment mechanic experience. AC Electric Corp offers 401k matching, paid time off, health and dental insurance, along with a great work environment. If interested in applying, please call Tina at 945-9487.
NexGard is the flea and tick protection that's #1 with vets. Your vet trusts it for her patients and her own dog. Plus, its delicious beef flavor is #1 with dogs. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Ask your vet about NexGard.
This is Sheldon Cooper's theory of relativity. A is annoyance.
My man.
When was the last time you washed your hands?
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
On Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Everyone, today is Friday, April 14th, 2023. It is also a National Day of Silence.
Created in 1996, the Day of Silence campaign seeks to shed light on what many LGBTQ youth experience daily. Initially intended to focus on problems within the school system, it has since expanded into workplaces, university campuses, sporting events, and more. Millions participate by staying silent for the duration of the day, representing the silence of LGBTQ students. And I assume this has to do with the fact that for their own safety, a lot of gay and trans kids would have to stay closeted, and adults for that matter, would have to stay closeted for their own safety. I mean, whether that be in their own home or at school or at work or anything, and it happens all around us.
Yeah, maybe this is the quiet day, but it's always a good topic to talk about. Maybe talk to your kids too, so they know how to treat others with respect and make sure everybody's included.
Whatever works best for you. Yeah, I like the initiative.
All right. On this day in history, back in 1865, President Abraham Lincoln was shot on the head by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington and died a day later. In 1912, the Titanic, the world's largest ocean liner, struck an iceberg in Newfoundland and sank with more than 1,500 people on board.
Something about this day.
It gets better from here. I mean, there was just nothing but death and destruction on the history list today. In 1939, the John Steinbeck novel, The Grapes of Wrath, was first published. And in 1981, America's first space shuttle, Columbia, returned to Earth after a 3-day test flight in which it orbited the Earth 36 times. That was a very exciting time in our history.
Right.
Around that time.
And it didn't end well, though, either.
No. We won't talk about that. We know what happened to the Columbia eventually. But,
right. Okay, weird day. It's a Friday, though. But birthdays today include actress Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's 45, baseball great Pete Rose is 82, actor Adrian Brody is 50. Oh yeah, that's one I wouldn't have recognized unless I saw his face.
Yeah.
And this is also the birthday of famous astronomer and mathematician Christian Huygens, who was born in the Netherlands in 1692. He built his own telescope at an early age, and along with making detailed studies of Saturn's rings, was also the first to discover the planet's large moon, Titan, for the first time. He also invented the pendulum clock and developed a more accurate way to keep time.
I just love people like that come up with, new ways of doing things. And this guy, was reading about him earlier, and he got some lenses, some glass lenses, and he ground them down himself so they'd have different properties, and that's how he studied the, stellar, stars and things like that.
Right.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
To study that kind of thing. Just incredible. And he's had a big impact on how we continue to do things today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember him then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on now, it looks like it's going to be a sunscreen day for sure. The sun is out and it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. Here's Devin with your forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, here we go this morning. We do have some advisories posted. You don't see it right away on this map, though, because there's not much in effect across the rest of the state. You have to zoom into the northern parts of the state here to see this little area under an aerial flood advisory, because some of the area rivers and streams are running high with the snow melt. So that is up through at least the noon period today, so I have to keep an eye on that as things do develop in time. But otherwise, though, the radar and satellites looking pretty good out there this morning. We do have a few clouds that have been sticking through from time to time. So overall, though, we mixture of clouds and sunshine will be the general idea to start. But ultimately, though, as we do move forward, things will start to look nice. And really, though, it's going to be another nice day, though, with temperatures that won't be too bad either. Futurecast moving forward showing plenty of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, though, and looking pretty good again as we head towards the overnight period. Tonight, winds not too bad out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so they will be rather relaxed today as well. And also tonight, we're looking pretty good even through most of Saturday at this point as well. So for today, lower 70s. This will feel amazing. Mostly sunny, north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. Temperatures at a lower 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
It's a beautiful day. All right, on that note, let's take a look at the community calendar for events going on around the area in the weekend. Of course, this is alongside the Kenduskeag Stream, the Kenduskeag Canoe Race.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. So let's take a look. I was just asking Craig if he was planning on going to Paw Patrol Day.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, you're a regular.
Yeah. Gotta get me some Paw Patrol.
Okay, when we return, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
We'll also be hearing from a special guest about some fun events up at Corondo Wildlife Refuge. Don't go away.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Make the most of your waterfront with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Shoremaster docks and boat lifts have been the trusted choice for decades. With Shoremaster, you get the expert product knowledge and first-class service you've come to expect from Hammond Lumber. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, so you won't wait to get the dock system you want. Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire with professional service after the sale. Your dream waterfront begins with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
Feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good.
Oh, okay. I was going to say exactly that.
This spring,
Feeling great, feeling good, feeling great, feeling good, feeling great.
one show
Metal.
we got that! Is making it rain.
You're going home with $10,000 just like that.
25 words or less.
Best game show host.
Meredith Vieira.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Matt Riddle has joined the battle against the bloodline. With the odds even, do the Usos need a new game plan? It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8, 7 Central, tonight on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone, and thank you for staying with us. Thursday marks the first day of high school spring sports official games, but before we do those, we will kick things off on the diamond. As they gear up for the 2023 season, the John Baptist Crusaders are loaded with experience, and with that comes expectations. Ryan Sudol has the story.
After an early exit in last year's playoffs, John Baptist baseball and their 10 seniors are ready to hit the ground running.
It's reassuring when you're top heavy like that and you guys have experience. It makes all the difference.
For those 10, this season is a culmination of a years-long journey together.
We've all grown up together, and a lot of us just have great chemistry. It's really nice having played with all these guys for so many years. It's really nice building up to this moment this year.
The Crusaders lost to 11 seed Foxcroft Academy in the first round of the Class B tournament. With the desire for revenge and the returning class, the expectation has shifted.
Our goal last year was to host a playoff game, and this year is to win some playoff games, and I think that mindset change is really going to help boost us to success.
That and their sheer depth. For instance, the Crusaders have 8 pitchers, 4 catchers, and plenty who can play multiple positions. No spot is safe.
No, it's really good because we can all battle and push each other for spots. You know, we can't take any practices off. We have to always go out there. All of us have a spot to lose. Nothing's set in stone, especially when we have this much depth.
And there's no denying that the talent is there with already developed skills, so all it comes down to is making it happen come first pitch.
You know, for us, it's just about executing. You know, we know what we have to do is being smart, being focused, and for us, we know we're going to pitch well, we know we're going to play defense well. The key for us is going to be getting on base and making stuff happen.
To put it lightly, Class B North is stacked with powerhouses like Old Town and defending champs Ellsworth. But the Crusaders are confident and nowhere near scared.
The better teams, we can compete with all of them no matter who they're throwing. But I think the league is pretty top-heavy this year. So I'm looking forward to playing those better teams. I think we could really make a push for the Northern Maine Final this year with the depth that we have in pitching and positions and everything, really.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Now, time for some lacrosse action. First countable regular season games across the state, and we had a good one up here. The Across the River rivalry and some boys lacrosse with Brewer and Bangor going at it. It was a beautiful night for a game under the lights at Cameron Stadium. Beautiful night for an opening day. First quarter, no score. Great chance here from Owen Spalding in the middle, but a nice save made by Ty Walker in net for Bangor. Keeps it scoreless. Brewer again. Here's Ryder Goodwin maneuvering his way through the Rams defense, fires the shot and scores the first goal of the season for Brewer. First quarter still. Goodwin to Ryan Edgecombe. He realizes he's wide open, winds up the shot and gets it to go. That makes it 2-0. Second quarter, check this out from Miles Randall. D twigs his man, picks up the ground ball, and that would eventually result in a great opportunity for the Rams, but Wyatt McIntyre says not today, and then the Witches would keep pouring it on. Goodwin again gets this one to go for his second goal of the night, and then Spalding would get this one through right here from Goodwin. That's going to make it 4-0. His teammates help him up after that. Witches, they go on to win this one 10-5. All right, how about some girls lacrosse now? Messalonsky hosting Kennebunk in their season opener. 15 minutes left in the first. Rams up 4-0. Sophia Nodine takes it all by herself, rifles one into the net, 5-0 Kennebunk. Just a minute later, Rams threatening again. Camden Keenan, nice pass in Nodine, but Shea Kasani with a point-blank save to keep the game close. Later on, Rams up still. Nice hezzy by Ruby Slukowski, and she gets it in and scores to put Kennebunk up 8-0. And finally, 3 minutes left in the first. Slukowski with the pass from behind the net to Ivy Armentrout on the doorstep. She gets it to go. Rams led 10-0 at half. They go on to win 14-0. All right, moving on now. Husson softball held their home openers on Thursday, hosting Plymouth State. Eagles looking for their 9th straight win in Game 1 over the Panthers, and this one was a dominant outing for senior pitcher McKenna Smith. Smith threw a complete game shutout. That's not new. A one-hitter, again not new, but she struck out 17 of the 24 batters she faced. That is a season high for her. Only walked 2 and was absolutely unhittable on the mound, mowing down hitters all game. It puts her over 130 strikeouts this season so far, and they just started conference play. Along with some timely offense in the bottom of the 5th to break it open, it was enough for a 6-0 win for the Eagles. All right, to Game 2 now. Eagles looking for 10 in a row with this one. Plymouth looking to avoid the sweep. Bottom 2 here. Kiara McLeod at the dish. Grounder in the hole at short. She is just too fast for that one. Runner on first, nobody out. Next batter. Pitches too high right here. That's going to get to the backstop. And McLeod, have I mentioned she's pretty fast? Goes to second easily. Morgan Curtis at the plate now. She's going to hit this ball hard to short. Nice diving stop here by the shortstop, but no time to get either runner. So Husson threatening now. Then here is Katie Raymond, the leadoff hitter. She's going to line this one up the middle. That's going to bring in both runners. Raymond would go to second on the throw, and that would be enough for the Eagles win. Emily Rarick was on fire in the circle. Danielle Masterson shut the door. Husson wins 5-1. All right, to some baseball now. For a few games throughout the season, the Portland Sea Dogs play under an alter ego. Some nights it's the Maine Whoopie Pies. The Bean Suppas was a new one last year. And for one game this year, they'll be running out as a brand new name, the Clam Bakes. On Friday, August 25th, the Dogs will become the Maine Clam Bakes when the Richmond Flying Squirrels come into town. Nothing says minor league baseball like the Clam Bakes versus the Flying Squirrels. The new logo was unveiled on Thursday, and Portland has had a lot of success with their other alter egos, so they expect the Clam Bakes to be a hot commodity this summer.
These alternate identities are some of our best-selling merchandise items that we have. And our Bean Supper hat last year was the best-selling hat in minor league baseball for the month of March last year, which was the month that we announced it in. So, and right now the Maine Clam Bake merchandise is steaming hot. Get it while you can. It's proven to be very popular once again.
All right, August 25th, Clam Bakes versus Flying Squirrels. You're not going to want to miss it. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
No matter what type of dog you have, or cat you have, Frontline Plus lets you take them everywhere, no matter how you define it. Frontline, the #1 name in flea and tick protection.
Hey, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1. Wow, that's a great deal. Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire.
No, definitely not.
No.
Let's get you those tires.
Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Hi, this is Jason.
And this is Jessica from Tossie's Checkout,
A family-owned business located in Glenburn.
inviting you to come experience that welcoming hometown feeling when you're visiting our neck of the woods.
You can always expect tasty treats,
Pizza,
spirits,
familiar faces.
and quality gasoline.
With summer approaching and Pushaw Lake nearby,
We look forward to seeing your smiling faces.
Come check us out. Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Welcome back, everyone, where we're glad to have Mackenzie Roeder joining us from the Horundo Wildlife Refuge today. You're the new program manager up there.
Yes, brand new.
We thank you for joining us, and we just kind of want to touch base on some of the exciting and fun things going on up at Horundo. What's going on?
Oh man, so we
Where
have
do you begin, right?
yeah, we have so much going on, but I guess I'll start with the most recent, the thing that's most exciting to me.
Yep.
We have an Earth Day event coming, which unfortunately is not going to be at Horundo. We're going to be center stage right in Old Town at Bennett Park, but it's called our Meet a Scientist event. So we are bringing scientists from the local area together to talk with the community about what they're doing and how they can take part in research as citizen scientists.
And who's this aimed at? People of all ages, I guess, huh?
Anyone who likes to learn. So we have age-appropriate things from 5 all the way to 95.
Awesome. I think there's a lot of benefits to it being in a residential area. You'll get people who maybe don't know about it, especially students is what I'm thinking.
I agree, and I'm hoping we can maybe use some treats to lure people in too. So we're
that would
fortunate.
lure me in.
Exactly right. We're so excited that Darling's Ice Cream for a Cause is coming. So they will be there from 11 to 1, and all sales will go directly to Horundo, though cash or check only, please.
Okay,
What
gotcha.
day is this on?
This is going to be on Saturday, April 22nd, Earth Day.
So it's coming
from
up, okay.
10 to 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
And that's really just the beginning. This is a busy time of year at Horundo. It's been kind of quiet over the winter. People have been up there snowshoeing and that kind of thing, but it really comes alive this time of year.
Absolutely, in many ways. So it's migratory season for you birders out there. So all of the birds are coming back, and we hope with that people come too. So we are going to be kicking off tons of programming going into the summer season. We have camps coming up. So kids from, say, 5 to maybe 15, 16 can come out, spend a week with us at the refuge where we teach all kinds of stuff, how to enjoy nature, how to be a conservationist, that sort of stuff.
Pretty important to get them at a young age, too, because if you teach them
Absolutely.
young, get them interested, this is something they'll do the rest of their lives.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to cultivate a love of nature and people, but also just that kind of spark that comes with being a lifelong learner.
Yeah, and it brings a community together. You can meet new people if that's what you're interested in too.
Exactly. We really want it to be kind of everyone's space, a place that they feel is theirs, that they can spend time in.
Very cool.
A lot of people have heard about Horundo, but they maybe haven't been there. It's not too far. It's just up around Old Town. You get off the exit like 3 miles up, and it's like 15, 20 minutes from here, and you can go on hikes. You can check out nature. You can learn things. During the summer, they have free kayak and canoe rentals.
Wow.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
So.
Where can people learn more? Do you have a website?
Oh man, you can find us everywhere. So HorundoMaine.org. We're also on social, so you can find us on Horundo Wildlife on Facebook and also Horundo Wildlife on Instagram.
Awesome. And I've noticed that you guys are fairly good about posting Facebook events,
We try
which
to be.
is where I find stuff for the community calendar because it seems like the most accessible thing for what's going on in the area. So you guys are around and people should hear about you otherwise as well.
Absolutely, and they can sign up for events, some free, some of charge, right on our page.
Awesome.
All right.
Good
Friend
news.
Horundo Wildlife Refuge on Facebook.
Please.
And that'll keep you up to date on
No, you
things.
just have to like them, probably. You don't have to friend them.
Is that how you do it? I don't know. I don't know.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, I liked them a long time ago. So we'll have you back, Mackenzie. Thanks for coming in, and we'll keep people up to date on things going on up at Hirundo.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, here we go. So no immediate advisories that you see here on this map. There's one actually behind the advisories banner there. So zoom things in. There's a small spot under an aerial flood advisory that's posted until about the noon time frame today. And this spot right about in here in the northern ends of the state is under that aerial flood advisory. Because some area rivers and streams are running a little high, so we need to keep an eye on that throughout the morning period today and maybe beyond as we do proceed forward. A lot of snow melting at this point. Otherwise, so some clouds developing after this morning. We'll be seeing a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds for us today, so looking pretty nice as we do proceed forward. We have a warm front right about in here. Now, warm front is going to help to usher in some warmer temperatures. How does lower 70s sound? We will be doing that again today, so definitely make sure to get outside and enjoy it. Otherwise, so a lot of sunshine for today. Maybe a few passing clouds. We'll keep that theme going for tonight with a mostly clear sky. Maybe some clouds passing from time to time. But even by Saturday morning to start, looking pretty nice with a lot of sunshine, some clouds approaching by the afternoon. And then Saturday night and the parts of Sunday, some clouds start to move in. However, we will remain dry for a while yet, but there will be chances for precipitation on the way soon. So otherwise, so here we are at wave heights right around 1 to 3 feet according to the buoys out there. As you saw in the advisories map, no small craft advisories are posted, at least at this point, and hopefully that stays that way too, with many people wanting to get outside and enjoy the weather this weekend. Otherwise, so temperatures recently, look at this warm stretch we've had. 50s and 60s have been seen. We even hit 69 degrees yesterday. We'll do even better today with lower 70s that will be on the way, well above our average high of 53 degrees. But reality will be knocking again soon. We'll go from the lower 70s today to the mid 60s Saturday, back in the 50s Sunday, Monday, into your Tuesday, upper 40s Wednesday, back in the mid 50s again as we head towards your Thursday. So of course we keep melting snow. Nothing left on the ground near Bangor. In fact, Caribou was losing a lot of snow as well. Now down to 6 inches at least at this point as that snow continues to melt away. So your forecast for today, that's amazing out there, right? Lower 70s, mostly sunny. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, though, maybe a little bit more clouds, but otherwise temperatures in the mid 60s and the wind again looking nice and calm. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Will be mostly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the upper 50s. Mid 60s on Monday, though, with a chance for rain. And upper 50s again for you Tuesday with more rain on the way.
Electrify Maine is Maine's #1 electrical contractor, providing outstanding electrical services to businesses, industries, and homes throughout the state. Electrify Maine also sells and installs heat pumps and is a licensed Generac dealer. Call us today for a free estimate.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer. Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Healing Hands Massage offers a variety of different massage techniques and services. Healing Hands Massage also offers spa services such as facials, body scrubs, and paraffin wax for the hands and feet. Are you looking for a day of relaxation? Healing Hands Massage offers outstanding packages at reasonable rates. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
Electrify Maine is Maine's #1 electrical contractor, providing outstanding electrical services to businesses, industries, and homes throughout the state. Electrify Maine also sells and installs heat pumps and is a licensed Generac dealer. Call us today for a free estimate.
Take a look at this one. Good grief. This sheepadoodle is taking over the internet for looking just like the iconic cartoon Snoopy. Bailey, the 1-year-old sheepadoodle, might just be Snoopy's real-life doppelganger. Bailey's look resembles the Peanut characters with its white face, big black fluffy ears, and a black button nose. The uncanny resemblance was called out by the Instagram account